The first time after the wedding, everything was fine. But then the husband was replaced. He became irritable, jealous, and suspicious. Over time, I realized that he was simply hiding under the guise of being loving and caring until we got married, and he found out that I was pregnant. I decided that I could relax now, but I'm not one of those who tolerate this kind of attitude. I didn't make any scandals. I just started observing. There were fewer words, more looks. I see that he seems to be deliberately looking for a reason to find fault, to prick. Either she looked at it wrong, she spent too long in the store, or she didn't pick up the phone right away. At first, she made excuses. Then she stopped. It became clear that he was not looking for answers, but wanted to show his power and my dependence. I wanted to control everything, where I go, who I talk to, what I think about. I behaved calmly. She smiled, cooked dinner, ironed shirts. Everything is on schedule. But inside it was gathering day after day. One day he was late and said he was late at work. Lied. I smelled someone else's perfume. I told him about this. He almost hit me. He was so angry. The next day I started collecting documents on abusivehusband.com. Quiet, no scene. He hasn't noticed anything yet. And a couple of days later, he left the house again with a cold kiss on his cheek and the same phrase. "I'll be late, don't wait up." I just nodded. I sat in the kitchen with a mug of cold tea, looked out the window and thought not about him, but about myself. About how strange life is. At first you are afraid to be alone, and then suddenly you realize that loneliness is with him. I didn't tell anyone, neither my mother nor my friend. I didn't want to hear sympathy or advice like, "Be patient, everything will work out." I already knew that things wouldn't get better, that he wouldn't change. It will just become more sophisticated. And I can't be weak now, not just because of myself. When he came at night, he was tipsy, loud, pleased with himself. I pretended to be asleep. He collapsed next to me and began snoring within a couple of minutes. I looked at the ceiling and thought how easy life was for him while I was silent. The next morning, I woke up earlier, took my things, and went to my parents. I understood that I had a difficult conversation with them. Why a divorce a year after marriage and even pregnant and without warning? As expected, they didn't understand me. My mother said that all married couples do this at first until they get used to it. I live in my children's room, I work, my parents are still unhappy. But I have no choice yet. I will endure.